my name is Lori Bradford. I'm a mom of 4, I'm a grandma of 8, and I am passionate about helping people achieve their best health and be their best self at any age. Today, I am going to introduce you to our April Ab Challenge. It's going to be divided into 3 parts, but first I want to give you some information on ab strength, ab development, and some tips on why you want to train them. First of all, abs are your core stabilizers, your abs and your hips and your glutes. And so having strong abs is an important part of all of life. It affects your posture, it affects your whether you have pain in different areas of your body. So there's so much value in increasing your ab strength. Something that you should know is that you can train your abs every day, and you should train your abs every day because they recover faster than any muscle group. They also develop strength faster than any muscle group, and they will affect your output and your strength in every single physical activity that you do. After you finish your daily workout, you're going to do your ab routine. We have 3 different rotations for you. So you're going to do all 3. Like first day you'll do 1, the next day you'll do rotation 2, the next day you'll do rotation 3, and then you'll repeat it back again with rotation number 1. So if you're a beginner, you might do rotation number 1 just 1 time through. If you're advanced, you might do 2, 3, 4 times. I want you to challenge yourself as you progress because you're gonna progress. Your abs get stronger so quickly. So as you get stronger, add more on because that's how you develop more strength. So that's my challenge to you. All right, so let's get started with rotation number 1. So first you're gonna lay on your back. We're gonna start with just a simple crunch. So lay on your back, you want your lower back to be pressed onto the floor, and you just wanna have your hands behind your head, supporting your neck, and you just lift straight up, just a simple plank. And we're just gonna do 20 of these. 6, 7, push that lower back in the floor. You don't want your elbows up, you want them nice and out. You wanna look straight up at the ceiling. And use those core muscle groups. We're getting them warmed up. We're telling them there's more to come. And now we're gonna get started with our bicycles. So with bicycles, same thing. You want your low back pressed hard against the floor, elbows out, and you wanna go to the inside of your knee. Just like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So a tip with those, if you want that to be a little bit easier, you can have your legs up higher. If you want it to be more challenging, you can bring your legs down lower. But the most important thing is that your elbows are out and that you're really reaching over to the inside of that knee and that you're pressing your low back on the floor. So now we're gonna go to the toe touches, and there's a few ways you can do this. If you have any lower back issues, you might not want to do it the way I'm gonna show you. You might wanna do it with this variation with your hands under your rear, keeping your low back pressed on the floor. And instead of what I'm about to demonstrate with touching your toes, you might want to just have your head and your shoulders off the ground and just go like this. But if you don't have any lower back issues, then I want you to grab and touch the inside of your ankle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There. Now we're going to do the plank challenge. So this is something that's going to be customized to you. I want you to hold a plank as long as you possibly can. Something that's important here, now you can do this on your elbows. If you have shoulder issues, you get a little bit more support by doing it on your elbows. If you don't have any shoulder issues, you can go up on your hands. Either way is fine, but the most important thing is that you keep your feet close together and that you kind of work on, this is a core exercise, but it's also a great exercise for your whole body. So you want to tighten up those glutes. You don't want your hips to drop down. You don't want them to be too high up. You want to kind of keep that tabletop position and pull your abs in. And so you just hold it as long as you can. A variation again is down on your elbows. If you start to feel a little fatigued and you'd like to push for further time, you can push your hips up and then come back down here. But once again, you don't want to sag like this. That is bad for your lower back. So pull it up tight, tighten up everything, squeeze your inner thighs, and hold it. Okay, great. We did one rotation together. Let's see how many times you can go through it. Okay guys, now we're ready for rotation number 2. So you are going to lay on your back, hands under your rear to keep your low back pressed hard on the floor. And then we're just gonna do some alternating leg raises. So it's gonna be like this. To make this a little bit more challenging, remember you wanna concentrate on those abdominal walls. The mind-muscle connection is important. So as you're doing these, think nice, tight abs, pull that belly button into your spine. And if you want this to be a little bit more challenging, you can lift your head and shoulders up off the ground. So once we get to 20, each leg counts as 1. We're gonna go right here into our knee raises. So this is a little bit different. This is very challenging. This works that pooch, the lower abs, really, really well. So you can do your hands under your rear again, or you can have them just out to the side. But what you want with those knees is you wanna try to get them straight up to the ceiling. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you want to make this a little more challenging, you can take your legs straight up. And let me show you what is cheating. What is cheating is if your knees are way out here. You want to bring them in and straight up. So we're just going to do 10 of these. And then flip over and do some hip dips. So this is very similar to a plank, but you're gonna be up on your elbows in a plank position, and then you're gonna go side to side. 3, 4. Now if this is challenging to you, too challenging, if you're very, very new at this, you can do the bicycles that we did in rotation number 1 instead. Because what we are working with this one, is the lower abs and the waist and obliques. (13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, I am not going to demonstrate the plank again, but you would go right into your plank challenge with a timer set. Okay guys, I'm so excited for rotation number 3 because this is incorporating a few more muscle groups that you wouldn't think of when you think about an ab challenge, but really we want to focus on whole body strength. So incorporating your inner thighs while you are challenging your abs is a super effective way to work them. So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret of mine, and that is crunches and ab exercises using a pillow. So you're gonna get in the same position we were in when we did the crunches on rotation number 1. You're gonna grab any pillow, put it between your legs. And you are going to put your hands behind your head with your elbows out like we did with the crunch. But what you're gonna do differently is you're gonna squeeze your inner thighs together. Okay, squeezing your inner thighs together, immediately you'll notice you engage your abs. And so it's working those abdominal muscles on a very deep level. So keep that low back pushed in, squeeze that pillow with your inner thighs, and then you bring your knees in and down. And you can bring your elbows to your knees, but the thing that's important here is that you are keeping a very tight squeeze on your inner thighs. And what you'll notice is the harder you squeeze your inner thighs, the deeper you will engage those abdominal muscles. So nice and tight squeeze. We're gonna do 20. 6, squeeze your inner thighs, don't lose it, don't lose it. Squeeze. Keep that lower back pressed to the floor. Think about the amazing abdominal strength that you are building, because you really are. Think about that mind-muscle connection. Squeeze those inner thighs. That is going to be an added bonus for you with your workout today. And once you get to 20, you're going to put your hands under your rear, push that lower back on the floor. Now we're going to do the knee raises, leg raises, with your knees bent, because you're squeezing that pillow really, really hard. And it's going to go in and down. In, a little lift up and down. And it's a lot to think about because you really want to keep your inner thighs squeezed tight. 7. If 20 is too high of a number for you, then just think of 10. Because what you're looking for is you're looking for improvement. And like I told you, like I promised you, your abs want to get stronger. And they do get stronger so fast. You are going to be amazed. So that's not 20, but let's call it 20 and get right into our side plank. Okay, you are building amazing abs. You're also working on that waist. And so this, everybody wants the waist. So this is fabulous for that, okay? So first you want to get up on a side plank like this. If this is too hard for you, you can do it from down here. Okay, but if you can, get up like this, and you're just going to either hold this, or what I like to do is I like to go down and up, down and up. And you want to either hold it for at least 30 seconds or go for 10, like this. And if you can see, my front foot is right in front. That is stabilizing. If these are easy for you, you can stack your feet. It's much harder. And then just flip over to the other side and do the same thing. Up on that elbow, lift. And while you're lifting, try to get as much space in between your hips and the ground as you can. You're gonna feel that all in your obliques. And now when you're done with that, we are gonna flip over and do our plank hold, either on your elbows or up on your hands. And remember, don't let your back sag. Keep that low back tight, squeeze everything, squeeze your glutes, tighten up, lift that core, and there you go. So we have just completed all 3 of our rotations. And remember, the key thing here is not how many you can do, it's that you're doing it and that you're consistent. And so I want to applaud you if all you can do is maybe a 10-second plank and 5 of each of these exercises, because remember, everyone starts at a beginner level. I've lost 40 pounds, I've kept it off, and really the thing that is most effective is creating and developing and loving that habit and celebrating yourself and celebrating your successes. So this is our challenge for April, but you can do this at any time. Your abs increase in strength so quickly and you are going to get results.